It's showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back. I am back to review Scream 5, Scream 2022. I know it's late, but folks are asking, so you ask, I provide. So I hope you're watching. The movie is directed by the duo known as Radio Silence. And if you don't know who they are, let me give you their names. Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett. And they are most known for Ready or Not, which I really, really like. And I did a review and I'll link it up in the cards. The movie is starring Melissa Barrera, the breakout star from In the Heights, Jack Quaid from Hunger Games, Jenna Ortega from The Babysitter on Netflix, Mikey Madison from The Addams Family, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. We also too have Neve Campbell reprising her role as Sidney Prescott, Courtney Cox as Gail Weathers, and David Arquette as Dewey Riley, among a host of others. It's classified as a horror mystery thriller. It clocks in at 1 hour and 54 minutes. And the synopsis reads 25 years after the original series of murders in Woodsboro, a new Ghostface emerges and Sidney Prescott must return to uncover the truth. And that is all I'm going to say because this is your spoiler-free review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. To my old squad, you know what we do. I watch movies so you don't have to. I give you the good and bad, a little bit of everything in between. No spoilers, of course, and I let you know whether or not you should know or go see it in the theaters where it is exclusively showing. Let's get into the good, shall we? The performances were on par. They were on par. Everyone knew what the assignment was. They knew what they were there to do. They was there to do a Scream movie. Okay. So yes, that was the assignment and they killed it. They did it. Killed it. Okay. The standouts being Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega. Those are the two co-leads. Not to leave out the reprising characters. They did an amazing job as well. Courtney, Neve, and David Arquette. They were the centerpieces, the nostalgic, the fan service, but they were done right. We were here for the legacy characters while still getting to know a couple, the two co-leads, the new characters. And they all brought their A game. Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega had very physically demanding roles. Ghostface was on one. He was on one. He was very, very, very brutal. More ferocious. He was just on one. He was more ferocious than I ever remembered. It's been a while since I watched the sequels, but I have watched the first one a little bit more than the others. Jasmine Savoy Brown from Yellow Jackets, that's on Showtime. She was a standout as well. She had the most snarky, funny moments, and she played Stu's character. The one who talks and obsesses about the rules of horror movies. Yeah, that part. As far as the legacy characters go, they all shine and did well. Fun fact, Scream is my favorite slasher franchise. More than Halloween, more than Freddy, more than Jason. Scream is my favorite. I've always loved how funny their movies were. And I'm one of those type things. And because I'm not really a horror person, I really enjoy the levity and the comedic moments that Scream embellishes in their movies. And the meta humor where they're self-aware, that's always a plus. Unpopular opinion, I like all of the movies. Like some people, they got these rankings and stuff, and 3 falls at the bottom. I even like 3. Unpopular opinion. Like I said, Ghostface was more brutal. The kills were more visceral, and some kills were longer than others, but they still brought the dramatic thriller element that really kind of grabbed you and left you satisfied. Despite the 2 hour runtime, all of them run about 2 hours, hour and 55 minutes. That's the sweet spot. That's where they are. All five of them. I didn't feel it, and it didn't feel like it overstayed its welcome. There were a couple of slow moments in there, but it didn't really have any too many pacing issues for me. The mystery element was pretty good. Like, I felt like they were doing some things on the nose for a lot of the characters, and you almost could think that everybody was the killer. I think that there were some obvious reveals as well, and I'll get into that into my cons of the movie. The sound design was great. They purposely held back on some jump scares. And they really leaned into that, because they was just like, okay, we're going to hold back, because every time you close the refrigerator, somebody going to be there. You close the door, somebody going to be there. So they refrain from doing that. And so, but from the cliche to expect it. And so when they kept not doing it, I was just like, okay, so this is what they doing. Okay. So it brought attention to that's what they were trying to do. So talk about horror cliches, the whole meta-ness about it. The girl from Yellow Jackets talking about the movie within a movie, who was also watching the movie inside of a movie. She was giving a lot of the commentary about the scary movies. It was good to me. I appreciated it. It was funny. I enjoyed it. It could have been a little OC for people, but it was good for me. So let's get into the bad. The bad, there were some elements. It's not perfect. It's not at the top of the list for the movies or whatever. But like I said, I like all of the screams. I think there were a couple of throwaway deaths that could have been played up a little bit more, so they wouldn't feel like a total waste. I mean, like when you have your slasher movies, to get your body count up, you have like these people who are there, but they're not really there. So there's that. I think that the reveals weren't mysterious enough. I think they were very heavy-handed. I think there was a lot of conveniences. I think, but that's just be expected with horror movies, period. Like conveniences. What can you say? So yeah, those are my issues. So yeah. So before I give you my overall thoughts about what I thought about Scream 5 2022, why don't you take a moment and follow me on my social media? It's right there. So for my overall thoughts on Scream 2022, or Scream 5, if you will, it's a worthy requel, as they put it. It's a nice mix of the newbies alongside the legacy characters to drum up a familiar but fresh take on the return of Ghostface. It pulls no punches and no one is safe. The slasher action, the nostalgia, the laugh, the thrills, and the chills is all there. I give Scream 3.75 out of 5 stars and recommend that you go see Scream in theaters or watch it when it hits streaming. So, first up is Radio Silence directorial debut, Ready or Not. It's a unique horror thriller that you definitely should check out. Then we have Freaky, which is a play on Freaky Friday meets Scream. Lastly, we have Happy Death Day. That's like Groundhog Day meets Scream. So that concludes my review of Scream. I hope you liked it. Did you watch it? Let me know down in the comments. I know it's a little late, but if you saw it, we should be able to get to talking. So let's get down in the comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with your friends. This is a perfect place to get a quick, cute review from your diva. So anyway, if there's nothing else, I'll see you in the next video. Make sure you come back. Bye.